All right. I call the special meeting for the Milliken Town Board of Trustees for July 1st, 2026 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the town clerk please call roll?
Trustee Dean.
Here.
Trustee Cummins.
Here.
Trustee Nix.
Here.
Trustee Wakeman.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Here.
Mayor Austin.
Here.
I'd like to note that Trustee Rarick is absent.
Does anybody have any changes or adjustments to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Sorry, Trustee Cummins. Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, first thing on the agenda tonight is approval of a temporary construction easement agreement with Michael Mason for the flood improvement project. Presenting is Kevin, Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mayor.
Here.
Trustees, this is just a temporary construction easement with a private property owner, Michael Mason, who owns property just north of the Little Thompson Ditch on the east side of Highway 257. Back at the beginning of 2025, the town had put out an RFP for doing a floodway analysis of that area of the river due to some fill that was put in on and around that property over some time. We have essentially finished the analysis and study, and from that, it was determined that there is a little bit of a rise on the river, so we do now have to go in and mitigate that rise by removing some dirt, and it all comprises on Mr. Mason's property of where the dirt will be removed. So we just need this easement to get onto his property to be able to go in and do some dirt work, get some dirt hauled off, and then get it back to us a no-rise situation for the river to be in compliance with FEMA and Colorado Water Board from that standpoint. So Mr. Mason is agreeing to this easement to let us get in there. We shouldn't take more than, I believe, about 4 weeks to get this work done after all is said and done. And yeah, this easement is good for 90 days or whenever we do complete the project.
Okay. Seems pretty easy. Questions from the board. Trustee Dean.
No questions.
Trustee Cummins.
I noticed that it says like $10 in the it says budget implications is zero, but like $10 is truly what the cost is to this project, or?
That's typically just a dollar amount that's, for consideration. Typically money never actually really changes hands in a situation like this.
Okay. And then I just have clarification in paragraph 2. It says something about the date on which the grantor has completed the work. Wouldn't it be the grantee as the town of Milliken?
It should. We can make that change.
Okay.
Jed and I might have missed that one.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the only question.
Thank you for that catch.
Okay. Trustee Nix.
No questions.
Trustee Wakeman.
Can you just remind us real quick, like what the original change was, why the dirt was moved around? And then my second question, if you want to answer them both at once, is just removing the dirt means just widening the river out to drop it down? Is that what the intent is? Or?
Not necessarily. So I'll answer second one first.
Okay.
So this essentially is not widening out the river. Up along the bank and then up on top of the, once you get kind of on top of the river bank into the kind of the flatter part of the property, it's just essentially moving or removing a lot of that topsoil dirt from there, and lowering basically the top of the bank in some of that area down within there. It's not essentially getting into the river and widening it. Essentially what FEMA considers a rise situation is if you do put in enough fill and dirt in certain areas. It can even be outside of the river banks.
That you're
then,
impeding the flood.
If a flood does come in, it's essentially raised that flood level from that standpoint. That's what a rise, no rise situation is. So this is just removing dirt in the kind of the bank area along the Little Thompson River, dropping that down, doing some regrading. There's some other, there's a larger stockpile of dirt that's on the property that'll get removed from that standpoint.
And
Where we
did we stockpile that dirt, or who stockpiled the dirt?
I believe there was a combination of players within this one. This one was before my time, so I kind of got picking up the sticks on this one. There were it was really unclear as to who was the ultimate one that was doing it. There was multiple areas along the Little Thompson River. When I'm not entirely sure as to who had found that there was some fill going in, but then when it was found, the Colorado Water Conservation Board, CWCB, was alerted. So they looked at the situation as well, and then that's where it was determined by them that there could be a rise in this area with unknown of what was dumped dirt-wise or any other kind of material-wise. So that's where we put out the RFP last year to have an engineering group do an analysis to actually even determine if there was a rise. From that standpoint, somebody could have honestly gone out there and maybe put one pile of dirt, or they graded out and it was only maybe 2 inches worth of dirt in an area, and it really wouldn't have constituted a rise. So that was the first thing, was to actually do this analysis to see. The engineering firm that we selected did do the whole analysis, and they did find that there was a slight rise with just that area in general. It's not really narrowed down to just one specific point. It kind of is across the board along the frontage of the river, and then that's why now we are getting in there to get this one cleaned up and squared away.
And so this is us just cleaning up a mess caused by multiple parties.
Correct.
For the protection of the majority.
Correct, yeah. Matt can probably talk a little bit more to this. There was some litigation between the town and two other parties within this area, and part of that was this flood analysis that came out of that litigation and settlement from that standpoint. And Matt might have a little bit more knowledge on that one than I do.
Sure.
Just because both of those were before my time.
Yeah, I think we're generally familiar, and I guess that's part of why I'm kind of asking all the questions. It's not about this particular case, but then how it relates and kind of how everything comes together in the whole situation in that area. And obviously appreciative of having the access in order to approach it, but just wondering how we're getting involved, I guess, and what our involvement is, as well as then obviously the specific contract doesn't come at cost, but I'm assuming town employees will be doing the work, and that will come with some associated costs.
Yeah, so CWCB actually came to the town. We were kind of, as the floodplain managers, this should have been caught by the town, as to any of the situation going with the flood. That's where CWCB came to the town, and then that's where we brought in two other parties into the negotiations and dealings with this. From that, CWCB actually basically gave the town a grant that says if you go out and do this analysis, then they will essentially pay for the analysis from that standpoint. There are some costs that are gonna be outside of that, which I've talked with Stephen about, that we do have to find dollars in budget for. But a majority of this outside of staff time will be covered by CWCB. From that standpoint, I would say about 90% of the engineering analysis will be covered by them. It's just then, the construction, without knowing what was going to be the case with that, if there was even a rise and if we needed to mitigate that, there was nothing essentially budgeted for, or contemplated for what that situation came to be. And that's why we're now in this kind of awkward situation where we've got to either do it ourselves or we could contract out for that work. And it's mainly a dirt moving exercise.
Sure.
So John and some of his crew we have the equipment, we have the expertise to get in there and do it. And that's why it's going to take a little bit longer, because we're going to kind of plug in and fill on some gaps of public works side of things to get this one squared away. And that way we don't have to go out for another RFP or contract
No,
with a
appreciate
different
that.
group
Yeah.
to do the dirt work.
Okay, thanks, thank you.
Yep.
No,
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
no questions.
If we can kind of hold on to the dirt a little bit, at our next work session, we're going to be talking a little bit about some goals and things. And I was wondering if the board would consider, every time it snows, parents ask where there can be a sledding hill for kids, and maybe if that's a thing that we could use the dirt for to create, if it's possible and the board wants to consider doing something like that.
So right now, I know John's intent is to either take it over to the water tower for storage, or the Pheasant Hills detention area. So we're gonna, any of that dirt, I believe it's about 60 truckloads of dirt that's gonna have to get moved. We're gonna be taking that and storing it within property that we have. So it's not getting shipped off anywhere else. It's gonna stay within town.
Huh. Just thought.
Yep. No, we can have those conversations, but yeah, we don't have it slated to go anywhere else. It's gonna get stockpiled, still here in town.
Okay. Any other questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the temporary construction easement agreement with Michael Mason for flood improvement project and direct the mayor to sign such agreement.
Second?
Do we need to amend
With
his
the
agreement?
correction to paragraph 2.
Paragraph 2.
With the correction to paragraph 2.
Okay. Town clerk, please call for a vote on the amended motion.
Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Dean. Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next section is a possible executive session to consider input regarding finalists for the town administrator position. I'll take a motion.
I move that we enter executive session pursuant to section 24-6-4024F of the Colorado Revised Statutes for the purpose of considering a personnel matter related to section of a town administrator from among the finalists, and specifically to consider input received, and section 24-6-4024E of the statutes for the purpose of determining positions relative to matters that may be subject to negotiations, developing strategies for negotiations, and instructing negotiators with respect to a new town administrator contract.
Second.
Was that, sorry, Trustee Cummins? Thank you.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yep.
Trustee Dean. Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Those present in the meeting will be the town attorney Matthew Gould, interim town administrator Stephen Krolchek, town clerk Carrie Reinberger, trustee Wakeman, trustee Nix, trustee Dean, trustee Cummins, Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt, and myself. Okay.
We,
Wait, it's not recording yet.
she needs to go.
She's got to be Rick for a minute.
Okay, now we're back in regular session.
All right, at this point in the agenda, we're going to table the selection of the new town administrator subject to appointment or employment at a later date until a future date to be specified. May I have a motion on the matter?
Would I move a certain date, or is it, we're just leaving it open?
We're just leaving it open at the moment, right?
You said certain date?
I would say table it, and if we need to table it again at the next meeting, we can.
Oh, then
do
we're gonna
so.
table it until July 8th.
Okay.
Yes.
I second.
We had the motion.
I thought you were motioning.
I move to table the appointment of the town administrator until the July 8th meeting.
Okay.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
trustee Dean,
Yes.
trustee Cummins,
Yes.
trustee Nix,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. There's no further business to come before the board.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're done.
Let's go and collect all those.
Yep, I'm gonna collect.
There, these are right here.